Sam, we're winning Point Pride here with SMU starting quarterback Garrett Gilbert, and I hear one of the most interesting things going on right now is Taylor Swift just put out a new album.
Do you always do that? She doesn't have her new album yet, but a lot of good new music. I think it comes out in less than 3 weeks. So I'm pretty excited.
All right. Well, when you look at this offense, you're done with the out-of-conference schedule. How much can you tell about this team after those 4 games?
Well, I know we're going to fight every game till the end. Obviously we'd like to be 2-2, 3-1, or 4-0. Ideally 4-0, but I know we're going to fight to the end. I really like our resiliency and the way we've been practicing. Coming off a loss, being able to come out and have a great week of practice is always good. And we've done that 3 times, and so this week has been nothing different. And we need to take it from the practice field to the game field. And I think last week we did a little bit more of that. I felt obviously with the rain and all that, disrupts a little bit of consistency. But I felt like we did a little bit better job of taking some stuff from the practice field and applying it to the game field. And so, we're just going to look to do a little bit more of that this week.
I mean, you mentioned the rain in that TCU game. How big of a factor do you think it had in just everything?
Well, it's random when we're both on offense. So, it's tough on both offenses. But you got to do what you got to do. You can't make excuses about it. We just got to go out and execute
Yeah.
Simply execute. That's all there is to it.
It seems like there's a lot of unknowns about this offense, partly because you don't know how good the opponents you played were. In your opinion, how good is this offense right now?
Well, we played 3 very, very good defenses. Very good teams. So I think we still have a chance to achieve all our goals. And that's the biggest thing for us right now. And I still feel like as an offense we have a chance to be special. We want to go in this week and get a good one going into conference and start off conference strong.
It's talking about starting conference. Is there a change in mindset with this team? I know Jeremy Johnson told me that the real season starts this Saturday. Is that kind of the feeling among you?
Absolutely. Like I said, we'd love to be 4-0 right now, but all our goals are still intact. So we've got to go into this and come out of it 1-0. There's nothing we can do about our non-conference schedule at this point. So we want to finish the season, as conference champions, and we got to take that 1 week at a time, and that starts this weekend.
What have you seen out of UTEP on the film so far?
Well, defensively they're very good. They did a good job against Oklahoma. They've done a good job in all their games, and they're very sound. They like to mix up their coverages. And that means you got to communicate well, and I don't see very many busts out of them, which means they're doing a good job of communicating, and that means that their guys are on the same page. They like to move around a little bit, which creates, uncertainty in an offense, and so we've got to be very sharp, be able to communicate well, and make sure we're on the same page with what we're seeing.
The Sun Bowl out there in El Paso has been historically hard to play for everybody. Have you ever had any experiences there? And if not, what have you heard about it?
I have not, but people say crazy things happen out there. So, we've got to go into it preparing to face some adversity, because they're a very good team, especially at home, and be ready to respond to some of that. And then just, it's going to be all about us. We can't control what happens. We can't control, what they do. We can't control the crowd. And obviously, I think they have a good fan base. We just have to go in as an offense, as a team, and execute, and only worry about what we can control.
Another part that makes that stadium tough to play in is the elevation. As a quarterback throwing the passes, especially on deep balls, do you notice any difference when you're in elevation?
We'll see when we get there. It's been a while since I've thrown in high elevation, so it's just gonna be a matter of getting out there and maybe whether that is tossing a little extra on Friday just to see what it is, or get out there and throw a little bit more on Saturday afternoon before we get going. So.